It's the Woody and Wilcox Show here at 106.5 The End. Congratulations again to Patrick, who got himself a couple of tickets to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who announced that they're coming through Charlotte the 25th of January, and that's at Time Warner Cable Arena. The tickets go on sale this weekend. You can get all the information you need at 1065.com. And, of course, also coming up here tomorrow night, our Not-So-Acoustic Christmas warm-up going on over at Amos's, and you can get info on that. And there are still some tickets available. One of the things we're doing is collecting unwrapped toys for Kids First of the Carolinas at the door. We're also collecting teddy bears because the Charlotte Checkers, our hockey team here in town, does a thing called the teddy bear toss, and all the teddy bears go to needy kids around the community. We wanted to bring the Checkers play-by-play guy in. Jason Shia is in the studio with us. What's up, Jason?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, man.
It's nice to see a real, true professional in this studio.
Where is he?
Right in front of us. Come on, you actually do a real job. Play-by-play in hockey has got to be one of the more difficult calling jobs. I mean, if you're in baseball, that was a strike. Now let's talk for 15 seconds about whatever it is that's on my mind.
As I was explaining earlier, the idea with hockey is that there's always something happening, so it doesn't allow me to venture off into other things. So that keeps me focused because I have a microphone and the ability to say what I want. And sometimes it gets me into trouble. But yeah, there's always something going on. So that in that sense, it makes it easier. You also have to be able to follow the play and not trip over yourself. I'm still learning.
Yeah, Jason and I were talking about this off the air a couple of seconds ago, because I said the same thing that you just said, like, you've got the toughest. And I was like, and he's like, well, no, you don't have to fill. You can just sort of, it's always action. You know, there's always something happening. You don't have to come up with the playful anecdote about some dude and his wife and what they did on the off day. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's always, well, you don't have to use that one,
That's
Jason,
what
if you
the
don't want
color
to.
guy is
Yeah,
for.
that's right. Absolutely.
So,
but there's a difference. I mean, in baseball, you get maybe some common names you're dealing with. You know, Eastern European names.
Yeah, we were going over that too, and I still think the toughest is it is like there was a guy on Milwaukee named Juuso Puustinen, you know, and sometimes that doesn't come out the way you want it to, you know. In the heat of the moment where there's a goalmouth scramble, you don't necessarily know if that's gonna come out the right way. But it you know, when you do have that, and I when you watch the Olympics and it's like an all Russian team. Sure. My God, it's some of those names I don't know how you would, because what I do is I have to memorize every number and every name. I have to memorize everybody. Otherwise, I have a really hard time calling the game if I can't instantly tell you as the puck on the other team. The Checkers I know automatically just by looking at them.
Right.
When you see another team for the first time, like we're going to have a team today, the Texas Stars are here. I've never seen them. I don't know a lot of the guys on the team, but I want to instantly memorize their name, and when I see their number, and if I can't do that, then my game suffers. So you have to try to memorize that stuff. When you don't have a bunch of Johnsons and you have all Smiths, which are not necessarily hard. You got these long Eastern European names with a bunch of V's that sound like W's, which sound like the S's and the C's and the Z's are next to each other.
Sure.
That guy never touches the puck in my game. He's never on the ice.
He's sitting on the bench.
He's never played a second. Nope.
We're talking to Jason Shia, who does the play-by-play for the Checkers, and the teddy bear toss. Explain for somebody who doesn't know exactly what that is and how that helps folks.
Well, the cool thing is you get to throw something on the ice during a game and you won't be arrested. So that's the cool part about it. And what we do is we go to Presbyterian Hemby Children's Hospital. Our players do, and they deliver these teddy bears to the kids who are in the hospital. And it really is a extraordinarily cool moment when these kids see these guys in the jerseys. They know who the Checkers are, and you see these superstars come in, their faces light up. And last year I think we got 2,000 teddy bears on the ice. We want to try to get to 3,500 because that's really the number of kids that will go through Presbyterian Hemby Children's Hospital every year. So if we can get that number of teddy bears on the ice, that would just be phenomenal. So you come to Sunday's game, you make sure the teddy bear's wrapped in plastic. I think that's the whole thing there. And you throw it on the ice after the Checkers score their first goal. And those teddy bears will be delivered by our players. So our players, we collect them. And it's a great thing. It's interactive at the same time. And you know what they're going to. They're going to help out a bunch of kids. So it's great.
Yeah, and if you've got kids, and it's fun to take kids to the Checkers game anyway. I have a 4-year-old son, and it's fun to take him to a hockey game. And then when you get to tell him, look, you're going to help a kid with this little teddy bear, and you're going to throw it on the ice.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
like your head will explode.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks at you like, really? Am I allowed to do that?
I know. It's like almost a trick. trick? Like, are you trying to fake me out here? No,
That's
no,
right.
no. Go ahead.
That's right. If I do this, they're going to take me away. You're just trying to get rid of me. That's awesome.
No, it's great. It's a great moment.
So so we're collecting them at tomorrow night's Not So Acoustic Christmas show, which there are still some tickets for, and that show's at Amos's. So you bring by the teddy bear, they all go to the Checkers, and then Friday night for Cake, that show's already sold out. So if you're already planning on coming and you didn't know, make sure you bring along a teddy bear for the teddy bear toss. And obviously, as Jason said, that's going to go to a tremendous cause. Kids all over the city who need those things.
As you're traveling through different cities, moving on with the Checkers, do you ever listen to other announcers? Obviously, during the game, you're not listening to the opposing play-by-play guy. But let's say you're traveling and you're in a pro team area. Do you ever listen to the calls of NHL announcers?
All the time. Yeah, all the time. I guess you have to, because you want to try to see what they're doing. If they're, what certain phrases they'll use, certain things that they'll say. So yeah, I steal from everybody.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we always, whenever we get anybody involved with hockey in the studio, there's key things that we need to do, and one of them is play clips from this guy.
McCabe back to Bouwmeester, over to the far side. Frolik takes a feed from Bouwmeester, fires, he scores! LA face with an Oakland booty. Ballard steps into the middle. He and Bouwmeester will trade. Ballard, quick strike, shoots, he scores! Ball! The Meatloaf! Panthers with a power play goal. They got a 1-0 lead. Stillman right out in front, he shoots, he scores! Make me a bicycle clown.
You familiar with Randy Moeller?
Yeah, the Florida Panthers radio play-by-play guy. I think he's the only play-by-play guy that's ever played he actually played the game.
He had like 16 years in the league or something like that.
It's not unusual to be a broadcaster as a former player,
right?
But to be a play-by-play man, I don't think anyone's done. I think he might be the first guy.
Right, usually the ex-jock just becomes
you become the color analyst.
Yeah,
You become the the TV analyst. You don't become the play-by-play guy, which is terrible. We don't want players bad enough to take the broadcaster color jobs. Now they're going to take the play-by-play jobs as well.
That's right.
Haven't they done enough?
That's it. He was on the cover of NHL '93, the old Sega game.
Oh, was he really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Randy Moeller and Mike Richter.
Okay, yeah.
The two guys.
That makes sense.
That was I think that was the year that you couldn't make Gretzky's head bleed. It's one of the worst hockey games ever.
Wasn't the deal with Mueller that is it all just movie lines and stuff from songs? Do you know at all? Are you familiar with it? Do you know him personally?
I went to YouTube and watched it. I've never met the guy. I mean, it's a different style. I would never do. It's not I would never do that. I would never. Yeah. I mean, when you're in Florida, you can get it. You can do that kind of stuff because it's the Florida Panthers. I mean, no offense to Florida, but you're trying new things. You have a different. You're not doing that in Toronto. You're not doing that in Detroit. You're not doing it in Montreal.
I see what you're saying. Like a hockey, dyed in the wool, sort of traditional. You couldn't get away with that sort of thing.
No, I don't think he could at all. He'd last a minute.
Who's the guy in Pittsburgh?
Well, what if you just did lines from
Mike Lang? Mike Lang's another guy, but he's been doing it forever. And in the sense that he's not taking lines out of a movie, they're just kind of his own phraseology.
Right. Oh, she wants to shoot my mother or something.
Wants to buy your monkey or something, isn't that?
Yeah, beat him like a rented mule with a stepchild.
I don't know. I would think.
I don't know.
You're right. When you do have a microphone and you don't have anything,
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Garrett, the redheaded listener, I apologize for what he said to redheads.
I would think still you could get away with it in Toronto. It's funny. I mean, just do like Canadian comedy, right? I mean, just focus in on like John Candy lines and Rick Moranis lines, and that way you cover all the bases, right?
What you can't drop a Lauren Green quote?
Canadian comedy stopped at Rick Moranis. That's not good.
Celine Dion lines, things like that,
Run a Nickelback song. I don't know.
Scratchton steps in, fires a shot, he scores! Carlos Scratchtons! And I draw ding-dongs on people.
See?
That's not flying in Montreal.
You don't think
that's
that's getting by?
No.
Well,
I've never made a ding-dong reference.
I'd like to see you start.
There's
You know what's funny? Sometimes during games, you call 3 and 3, 9 periods in a row. You start to go nuts.
Sure.
Because you're on the road. You have nobody up there with you. you assume nobody's listening to you. You know,
Right.
so you know, I have friends texting me, just give me words, I'll work it, and I swear to God, you know, give me something to do. You know, so you try. People send you weird words, see if you can work it into the play-by-play. I'm pretty good at that.
That is
I can
happening.
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You just opened something that you don't even know about.
That's right.
I can do it. I'm telling you.
So would you like to Twitter them? How do we get?
Yeah,
them
you could
to
do. You could do it. You could. Is it tweeting?
Tweeting.
I'm on there. I'm on Twitter now. Mike LePan, who's here with us, made me do it, but it's pretty fun. It's I think it's at Jason _Shaya SHAYA, and do not spell out underscore.
Don't spell out underscore.
That's
Thank
too
you for
many
that.
letters.
Yeah,
That
it's way
won't
too many,
fit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to send you some lines.
Oh, that's gonna be
Absolutely.
fantastic.
That's
Yeah, do it.
great.
That'd be great. We'll record it. We'll send it back to you guys.
Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Well, we'll be listening.
Oh,
so-
well, you'll be listening. Oh, even
Yes,
better.
But
Yeah.
please record it that way we can play it on a radio station.
That's a
where
great
people-
idea. Yeah.
Well, so tomorrow and Friday, bring by your teddy bears when you come out to the shows at Amos's. Obviously, they're going to the Checkers, and the teddy bear toss is Sunday. I think you guys have a game tonight, right, too?
We do. We play Texas tonight at Time Warner Cable Arena. So the game starts 7 o'clock. And if you can't be there, you can listen to it tonight on AHLlive.com. All of our games are broadcast live on AHLlive.com.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you coming by.
Thanks for having me.
You got to do this more often, at least, so
Yeah,
we can play more
absolutely.
Randy Moeller clips.
I'll be great. Any reason to get him back on the air.
Jason, we need you to come in. We need a Randy Moeller update. We have no other reason to
Well,
play
folks,
it.
live from Florida this afternoon, Randy is on his way to the arena, preparing his scripted ad-libs.
Scores! Pour some sugar on me. Seals it on in front. Goes back to the point. Long shot. They shoot. They score! There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Reggie Hammond.
Wow, he's going back a few years to that
That's
one.
a good. No, that's not
48
bad.
hour?
It was pretty good. That's a good one. You might.
right.
This might seep into my brain tonight. I hope I don't. Wait. Should I bust one out? You'll have to listen to the game tonight.
Yes, I absolutely will.
That's a
All the way
great
through.
tease.
It's going to be the last call in the third period.
All right. Well, thanks, Jason. We
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it, man.
It's been great. Thank
We'll
you so
talk to you
much.
soon.